They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
There was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That is caught.
And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Niners at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a mark partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 41-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Purdy. That's complete left side to Gray.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good 1st step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Here we go. Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Now Burrow going to change things up.
Back to throw again. Short throw to Smith. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here we go, here we go. 2nd down and a yard.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
11 MT, take. 11 MT. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here we go.
Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
11.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And now they'll audible to something else.
3rd down, Mixon. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Purdy.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
but that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Purdy will set up to throw it here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. Gets this one to use check. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
A 61-yard attempt.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
11, mighty. 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 1, ready?
Here now, 2nd and 4.
11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow.
Flush to his right. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
49ers 10. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
They go play action here. Purdy
taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Final play of the half. Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jake Mooney to kick off for the 49ers.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Here we go.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Looking to pass. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
In motion is McKenzie.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Slot man moves right.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Now a turn and a give to Mixon. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now a 3rd and 6. Mixon running wide side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready?
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
11,
Now they send a man in motion right. Mixon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Purdy. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout.
and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Purdy now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Throwing here, Purdy.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Purdy off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's McLeod on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Track at 60.
Here's Purdy. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road,